Okay, Andrew, so I wanted to ask you a little bit more about what you said about driving, how you're having some trouble around driving.
Yeah, I find myself paying a lot of attention to every little thing that I see along the road, and it doesn't make sense. We're back in the U.S. and there's not going to be IEDs or anything, and I just still constantly I'm riding the brake. I feel like really edgy.
Okay. So, what comes up for you when you're behind the wheel and this process starts happening?
Well, I want to I want to stop driving. I just want
Okay.
to get to where I'm going and be home, and I don't know,
So,
just uneasy, edgy. Um, Nobody better talk to me while I'm trying to do it.
okay. So, you have some thoughts about wanting to be there, and it sounds like getting angry, kind of frustrated.
Yeah, it's even worse if I'm a passenger. Well, I won't. I just won't be a passenger. I
Okay.
did for a little while after I got back, but I gotta be the one, you know, in charge of the driving. Like, have you ever been in a car accident or anything?
No, I haven't. I haven't been in a car accident. What's it like? What's your...
Well, I mean, what happened over there wasn't really a car accident, but I've heard people say, like, if they ever, like, got in a crash, like, afterwards they're like really careful and, like, um, can't drive the way they used to, and that's kind of the way it's been for me.
So yeah, so I just noticed when you were talking about that some emotion came up about not being able to drive the way that you used to be able to. So tell me a little bit about what's going on for you right now.
Um, just feeling crazy because,
Okay.
like, I want to be able to do everything I used to. Um, and I'm not the kind of person that gets, like, scared and freaked out and hides in my house, but that's what I've been doing.
Okay.
So I just feel
Okay.
just I just want to be, you know, normal again.
So even as you're having some emotion right now telling me about this, I notice, your mind is giving you some thoughts about how you don't want this to be your life. There's some real resistance to kind of what's coming up. Would you be willing for just a moment to kind of slow down with me here and talk about what is coming up and how that's feeling in your body right now? What kind of emotion you feel?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a little scary, but
Okay.
yeah, I guess that's what I'm here for. So.
Mm-hmm. So what's coming up right now, just as we're talking about this?
Um, I feel disappointed in myself. Um, a little embarrassed, I guess.
Okay. Let's talk about that disappointment, that feeling of disappointment. I'm wondering if you could give me a sense of where you feel that. Do you feel it somewhere in your body? Do you have a sense of where that is in you?
Just in my mind, I guess.
Okay.
You know, I, this is, this is not the real me. Like, you're.
Mm-hmm. So your mind is telling you now, this feeling, this experience I'm having in the moment, this isn't me. This isn't kind of the me that I want to be.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this, if you knew me before I went, like it was just totally, not worried about stuff and kind of a tough guy, I guess.
Okay. So, in talking about this feeling of disappointment, I'm getting this sense of kind of a heaviness. Is there a little bit of a heaviness that's kind of come into the room with us right here?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm having like a million thoughts all at the same time, and
Okay.
I don't know how to say what I want to say, and I don't know how things are sounding. It's probably just as confusing for you as it is for me.
Okay, so some confusion and just a lot of thoughts. So what if we sort of did an exercise with this and tried to take what you're experiencing right now and actually give it some kind of an image, some kind of a visual description of all these things that you're talking about that are coming up right now. Like if I had the ability to go ahead and pull that out of you and put it right here in front of us, there's a lot there, right? It sounds like there's quite a lot. What would that look like if you could give an image to just how you're feeling right now, talking about all these different things, feelings and things?
Like a big swirl, like a tornado.
A tornado?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of colors and textures?
Black.
Black. Okay. Really feeling the heaviness of that black. Or would it be heavy? Would it be light? Texture would be?
Definitely heavy.
Okay, so now we have this this heavy black tornado right here. And so now I'm interested in what are these reactions you're having to what we just set out in front of us here, this black tornado of kind of confusion and a lot of racing thoughts. And this isn't me, these feelings aren't who I am. So if we could do this again and kind of pull out from you what your reactions are to having the tornado, what comes up next?
I want to drive away from it. Like what's that movie where they're chasing the tornadoes in the truck and like I want to get in my truck and get far away from it. I'd have to drive my truck to do that, but it's a different issue.
Okay. So what would that look like, that feeling of wanting to drive away from it? If you could take that feeling out and put it in front of us.
I don't know, running. I guess I don't really know what you mean.
Okay. So let's just focus back on this black tornado for a moment. And just want to comment on how we've been sitting with it for a few moments here. Just having this confusion, this feeling like this isn't who I am, to be the way I am now, this angry, kind of frustrated person. And that's kind of what your mind is saying. And just noticing that we've been holding this with us for a few moments. I don't know what your feeling is. Just, how has this been for you? How is this right now, having this right in front of us?
It's weird.
Okay.
there's all this stuff going on for me all the time. When I'm at home, I have this stuff swirling around, but I'm definitely not like comfortable doing what we're doing. Like this is way outside my comfort zone,
Okay.
Like my girlfriend asks me to tell her what's going on, and I feel bad because I just get really pissy and don't want to get into it, and I don't really want to get into it here either.
Okay.
So
Let me stop you and ask you a little bit about your girlfriend and about what really has you here. I remember you saying something about she's one of the reasons why you came in.
she said she'd leave me if I didn't work on this. And I have to say, I'm kind of upset that she would make a threat like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really upset she would make a threat like that.
And yet here you are.
I don't know what I would do if she left. Just make everything even worse. So, and I don't like the way I've been feeling too, so it's like I actually want to get rid of it. It's not just for her,
Okay. So when we think about what kind of brought you in the door, what really matters to you right now, what would you put your finger on?
I guess what matters to me most right now is just not feeling shitty anymore.
Okay. So there's this real push to want to get rid of those feelings, rid of the anger and the disappointment and the regret we've talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that feels like, and what would be the benefit for your life of doing that if you were able to get rid of those things? What do you feel like you would be able, what are you wanting to do more of or to move towards in your life?
Like career stuff, or
Really any area. What matters right now?
I mean, I don't have a lot of that stuff figured out. Like I don't know what I'm trying to do with my life, but I would say what matters most is like getting back to my old self, like the way I used to feel about stuff, and not being so like fucked up.
Okay. So I can hear your mind commenting again on what it means to have these feelings that you're having right now, this complicated kind of tornado of emotion that's going on. Mm-hmm. And just feeling that judgment of wanting to get back to the way you used to be.